Hello everyone, it's Tractor Ethan from Ready for Leisure here. Today we're going to have a talk about the Let's Go Thomas coin-operated train ride which you find in Japan. It was released by Ashitech Co Limited, which was a Japanese arcade machine manufacturer, and was released by Banpresto in 1992. The ride is commonly found at shopping centres, theme parks and the Fuji-Q Thomas Land in Japan. There's three versions of this ride. There's a Thomas, a Percy and a James. Out of the three, in my opinion, James is the most rare, and they all have an Annie coach, which is where the riders sit. There's three versions of the layout. There is a standard layout, the figure of eight, which in my opinion is the most common one to find, and then there's a ridiculously larger layout. If you have a look in this picture here, there's a Percy that's going around the track, and there's a James model that is just sat on a separate piece of track, not attached to the main layout. This is because I believe sometimes they use broken ones for props, or the James is sat there and the owners tend to swap them about, so Percy gets taken off and they put James on. I wouldn't think they take Thomas off because obviously he's the main character, so they would always keep Thomas running. They just swap James and Percy around. In this picture here, there's a Thomas with very black wheels. The colour seems to have faded, and when that happens, the copper on the wheels starts to rot, and these tend to cut out on the track and stop working. And unfortunately, for that reason, they get scrapped. On the dashboard of the Annie coach, you've got a coin mech. It's a mechanical coin mech, not a multi-mech, and a card dispenser. The price of the ride ranges from 100 to 300 yen depending on the operator's desire. The card dispenser dispenses character cards at the end of each ride. They used to be model series cards, they've changed them to CGI. I'm unsure if there's any All Engines Go ones existing yet. Maybe if we have any Japanese Ready for Leisure viewers watching, they'll be able to clear that up for us if they've seen one of these in recent years. As you can see, it has what looks to be a speaker on the top of the funnel. That is actually where smoke comes out. I assume there's a service door somewhere on the engines where you can fill it up with water and smoke puffs out of it. Sort of like the Tomy Steam Along Thomas, if you've seen one of them before. In this picture here, the Thomas is being used as a display piece. I believe this one was one that was scrapped and is now used as a display, what looks to be Sodor Quarry. You can see Rocky and the Boulder and the Let's Go Thomas model. There's no Annie there, so I assume the Annie got scrapped. Now, while all these trains are manufactured with the intention of them being coin operated, some of them have been purely manufactured to work off a control panel. So as you can see in this picture, all the Annie coaches don't have any buttons, they don't have any coin mechs. Everything is done off the control panel, which is the silver box next to Thomas. Some of these still have the original timers in them, play the Thomas theme song and the speech in Japanese. Some other ones, on the other hand, actually play chuffing sounds and generic train whistles. Unsure why this is. Might be a different timer that's been put in to make it compatible with the control box that they're using. No idea, but they do exist. Now, in 2003, another Thomas was built. Same timer, same control box, same buttons, everything. Same setup. But this time, there's no Annie coach. You ride inside Thomas. Everything's the same, has Thomas's whistle, has phrases that he says in Japanese. There is no English one, as far as I know, as none have been located anywhere else outside of Japan. Basically just does the same thing that the other ones do. It's just you sat inside the locomotive instead of the carriage. So if you enjoyed that video, please make sure to subscribe. I certainly enjoyed making it. We're going to have more of these types of videos coming soon. Not going to say what yet, but you will enjoy it. We've got other stuff coming, like new seasons of Clawford on the way, Tractor Ethan stuff. There's lots of stuff to look forward to in the next coming months. Alrighty then, this is Tractor Ethan, Ready for Leisure, signing out. Goodbye.